On September 16th, 2022, 22-year-old Mahsa Amini was killed by the Iranian morality police under suspicion of wearing an inappropriate hijab. All it took was one look for them to take her life away like it was nothing. After hearing about this case and the revolution that it caused, as a fellow woman, I wondered how I would feel like in a situation like this. So I had constructed a poem not only in honor of her, but also to express my own feelings of experiencing the tyranny against women that occurs not only in Iran, but also in our world today. So without further ado, I present to you Sister Cries. They expect us to sit in silence while we are bound down to the ground. They expect us to be kind and not make a sound while they are crowned. The shell of a woman, that is what they want. One that's not a know-it-all, and that is at their beck and call. One that sits pretty and that does not question, while they felt the need to slap her over a mere suggestion. They believe that we are all sinners, filled with lust and impressionable, but their thought process couldn't be more questionable. That they believe that if not for an iron hand, then the woman would run the land, and that is why it's banned. So covered and cloaked, and away we go, moving through life by the side of a man. But show me the woman who defies the shackles given to her at birth, the shackles that are expected to be worn in silence. Submissive, obedient, that is what they want her to be. But little do they know that this woman thinks for herself, even if it's just quietly. And she lets them all believe that she is their fool, but discerns far more than they could ever perceive, and uses the sweet men as a tool in her plight for victory. This woman burns from the inside as the desire to destroy the system that oppresses her collides. This woman's heart has cracked under the pressure, and with that she has found a great treasure, the desire for freedom and to silence her oppressors. It bursts out of her cracked heart like a roaring flame, seeking to let them know of her great name. She no longer fears punishment and death as long as she dies alongside her sisters, who she just met through their shared debt. Under the cover of oppression, the woman stayed for years and decades with no freedom of expression and the burden of repression. And it disgusts me that it took one woman, one brave and powerful woman, to be brutalized by the system that protects them, for the others to see what also awaits them. And then, that is when the world started to open their eyes. And now the world sees. When you held your headscarf, exuberant and twirling like a child in front of the bonfire on the black street, your power, snarled and grand, brought pride to the world. Your ancestors bellowing with joy as you ignited the fan flames they tended to for centuries. And you accomplished what they could not. And for the shackles bestowed onto you during your first breath be shattered before your last breath. And even from worlds away, we can hear you roar. So do not stop fighting, dear sisters, do more, and the world is behind you until the very last war. They should have never given us uniforms if they did not want us to be an army. So now we showed them that we can no longer just play with the Barbie, but with their whole entire country. Until every shackle is broken and every word has been spoken. So take heart, dear sisters. Your cries have been heard, and they will not be deterred.